Welcome back, Smite fans. We have another action-packed game for you all tonight on this lovely Sunday night. Yeah, we're about 15 minutes late. Apologies, little technical difficulties. But first up, we have the Royals and Helix Housewives, and on the desk is me and Double A. Double A, we're already right in the action. We have a Bastet and a Chalk band. You know, they're both kind of standard. Baza, he likes his Chalk. Bastet, just pretty strong. Gilgamesh band as well. We're getting some pretty strong meta picks right now. What do you think about Anacleo? Double A, you got any input?
Well, yeah, I think those are some good standard bands. Also, were you an auctioneer in a past life by chance, or still a taco fest?
I've been to the auctioneer once or twice.
Awesome, well, a new career for you. But yeah, I think those are some good bands. Atlas, of course, you got to ban him out unless you're going to play him. Definitely really annoying to play against. Kleena has been, I think, the most picked god, if not, I believe it's the most picked god in the division. So,
right. And SPL up in her popularity. If any of y'all have caught some of the games recently, getting a lot of use over in that solo lane. And lastly, in RDO, still a very good pick or band that is because she's still annoying. What can I say?
Yeah,
so what'd you your first pick, Double A?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, what's left open? Thoth would be my guess. Potentially, like a mid pick, but looks like we're going to see Medusa picked out. What do we think about that pick for the Royals?
I mean, get Captain or no, I love Cats. Sorry, yeah, get I love Cats. Something he can just bully a lane with and let him run it down on him. I like this pick for the Royals. This is a very strong pick.
Like on the other side, we're going to see. Chiron picked up something that we haven't seen as much, maybe a little bit here and there, but another ADC pickup.
Yeah, it seems like these teams are wanting to kind of get their dual lane set first. And, Chiron, we have an Achilles band, we'll get back to that, but Chiron, very good ability-based hunter right now. This Achilles, he's been seeing a lot of popularity rising. I don't really have the stats, but I know he's been being played in a lot more games recently, right?
I think he's got one of the higher win rates, if I remember correctly, for the division. But I think for sure he's going to be a good pickup. Obviously, the execution's really good utility as well as he can just kind of deal damage and do pretty well in lane.
Agree. Kukulin. I believe we questioned Baza's Kukulin a few weeks ago, and he proved us wrong. So pretty good pickup, a little bit different. And of course, Persephone, that is just a nuisance to deal with, not to mention all of her poking strengths.
Yeah, for sure, Persephone, I think, is pretty strong. Cullen, we don't see, hardly at all, but yeah, I guess Baza really likes this pick. We've seen it in past weeks. Persephone, just kind of an alt bot. She can do a bunch of damage, but her ultimate's really kind of the main utility that can kind of change a team fight, being able to burn those beads or do a bunch of damage. But so I'm excited to see what I assume it's going to be Captain Care Bear on that pick.
And the Morrigan, pretty strong first top three for the Helix Housewives and Royals both. A lot of real initiative or aggressive picks, that is.
Yeah, being able to change into anything, a double Medusa ult, Persephone ultimate as well, Achilles execution. There's a bunch of utility that can go in here. Chiron if you want to live with the ultimate. I think for sure it's going to be some fun to play around, and especially looking at these next picks. Keep an eye on what gets picked up because Morgan can transform into that.
A Geb ban, pretty standard. Another aggressive, or not aggressive, another really good support. Oh, yes, they're taking away the Fenrir from Gramick. Those that don't know, if you let Gramick have the Fenrir at support, he will run the game. He's very good at it. That's a good ban. Circat, no doubt, that's another support ban.
Yeah, me and you have experienced Gramick on Fenrir personally, and it was probably the least fun I've had in a while in Smite. So, definitely a good ban to get him out of the way.
I can say it was not a phenomenal gaming experience. That is for certain. We have the Bacchus ban, of course. Another aggressive support. I've played with Gramick a couple times, and he likes the Bacchus as well. But Yamoji, okay, that's a little a little different from his style, but you know, Umoja's a solid support, and you can play aggressive. So let's see how he kind of uses it to his advantage.
That's true, and actually, it is worth noting. Thanks, A1 himself is subbing in this game, so Gramick isn't present for this game.
Oh wow! Well, we've all been enlightened.
Don't say it like that.
Well, I mean, I didn't know he was subbing in for support, so I was enlightened, didn't know. And we have a Hunbat's pick, no doubt, for jungle, and finishing off with a Odin support. I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah,
Odin.
must be. I mean, unless it's Colin, but that is definitely an interesting comp for sure.
I mean, they have a lot of, there's no leaps, so the lockdown with the Odin actually pretty strong. As long as as long as they can get to level 20 with the Odin, so it's hard to be killed. Very strong pickup.
Yeah, for sure. And maybe they just couldn't pass it up after seeing the comp. And Daji also doesn't have a leap, but a good pickup here. We've seen her a few times, and if the Morgan can transform into her as well, it's going to be a lot of beads getting burned. But yeah, overall, what do we think about this matchup against the two teams here?
It's pretty physical heavy for Royals, but it's a strong comp. Helix Housewives, I think they need to execute better to make their comp work. But theirs is good as well. And Double A, for your information, Daji can use her 3 to teleport to a teammate or a
Fair
minion
enough.
or what outside of the Odin ring. But yes, I think advantage goes to Royals just because their comp is a little simpler, easier to execute. Just play off of ults. That's really what theirs is.
Yeah, for sure. I'm probably. Yeah, I don't know. I think Housewives has probably a more meta comp in my mind. I know Persephone and Medusa are on the other side. It's hard to sneeze at, but I'm going to go with Housewives. I'm going to go against you, buddy. That's okay.
Well,
but
that's okay.
but anyway, with that, we'll go ahead and throw it to a quick Be Right Back screen. And I believe we have 2 new casters that aren't us.
The
full house
y'all
tonight.
come back.
Good evening, Smite fans. It's King Kerbis and J2 here live with you. We're here for Week 7 Royals versus Helix Housewives. This is the final game of the Jotunheim division. How you doing today, J2?
Doing all right. A little tired, but is what it is. Excited for some Smite.
Well,
How are you doing?
What we got here? It is an Odin support. I'm doing pretty good, Got a little bit of a cold, but I'm here.
Yeah, you'll get over it. Don't worry.
Let's talk for a few hours. That'll help it. Let's go.
Yeah. Excited to see this matchup today. I think the Housewives have been improving lately. I know Royals are one of the top teams in the division. Any predictions? Just looking at the comps early. See Frenzy popped early in the duel lane.
Well, I'm thinking a pretty general stalemate. I mean, Odin does add a lot of pressure, but pre-level 5, I don't really think too much is going to change there. The interesting one's going to be this mid lane, and especially the level 5s. I think the level 5s for both teams are going to make a huge difference.
See some early boxing coming out of the solo lane here.
Good call doing good call things. And we do see an early invade over here from the Hunbats. Looking to put some poke into Daji, does miss.
That's a Daji invade actually on the side of the Hunbats. I think got caught in the
Thank
mid.
you.
Wow, both solo laners really low.
Did they both opt for the Bluestone start? Oh no, we do see a sigil over here on Baza actually. Interesting start.
See now Daji back in quick farming. Any picks here, Kerbis? You really like? I'm interested to see how this Morgan kind of performs. It's always cool to see how people kind of play that and use her ult to their advantage.
It's pretty standard for me. I mean, other than the Odin support, obviously, but I mean, it's a warrior support. Oh, nice dash here by the Medusa, actually. Doesn't look like anything's gonna come of it, but outside of that, like, a lot of these guys are kind of boring in the sense to me. Like Persephone does a lot of this burst poke damage, and Yamoja does her walls. But I think for me personally, I'm interested in to see how this Daji does. Always seems to be an underperforming god, so I'd like to see if it kind of can show up here.
Whoa. Oh, and we see Daji actually looking to maybe gank the Cullen here. She'll teleport in. Cullen will try to push away, but the Daji 2 does come out. Achilles trying to get the stun, will not connect. And Baza will fall to Nexel for the first blood here. About 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the game.
Nice early rotate, seeing that Daji make off some effect in the point, possibly pushing both her side lanes and herself ahead. I like that.
Nothing much here from the dual lane yet. Just a little bit of pressure on the side of Royals.
Ooh,
See,
good
nice
little bounce back.
Yeah, nice little
Nasty.
riptide from A1.
Somebody who clearly likes to play Yamoja. Personally, when Tomahawk plays Yamoja, that usually just pushes us out of the way.
See,
Quite a
little
bit of
more
damage
close here out of the Persephone. I do notice the Morgan started the Mannequin Scepter.
Interesting. I personally really like that, actually, so it's cool to see somebody pick it up as well. I like how easy it is to clear the wave off of her Burst 3 basic. Applies the passive to it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how she does with mana sustain with it, but I don't hate it. See how it performs.
If we end up going into a late game build, it's going to just help her delete that single target when she's out of her ult.
Right.
So I do think it's also a smart play that way. Achilles getting poked quite a bit here.
And an ult pops out from the Kukulin. A nice stun, though, from Nexel here. Looks like Nexel will escape.
Yeah, and here's where that comment I brought about earlier with him going Sigil. It does obviously make him a little bit more tanky, but had he had Bluestone there, I think that would have probably been another trade kill for him.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It'd be interesting to see kind of how that matchup fares with a little more tankier Kukulin close to the Bluestone that we typically see.
Tank, obviously, upgraded Sigil is going to do a lot of damage in the late game. Oh, we do see both Royals taking over to 5 here, so I'm expecting an Odin ult to be dropped. Doesn't look like he was able to position quite right for it.
Well, Chiron able to dash away and stay safe under the tower. We do see Daji maybe looking for a gank here onto the Odin, as she will 3 in on top of Medusa. Stun comes out from the Odin and Odin cage. The chain, though, onto the Odin, not pulled yet. Will now be pulled back in. Housewives looking to collapse, but Odin will just leap away. I believe that'll maybe get him out. No,
Nice.
The 2 will come out from Tyne. And 2 quick early ganks put the Housewives up 2-0.
Yeah, like I said, it was interesting to see how this Daji would fare, and so far Tyne's done really good at making sure the pressure's there all game long. This team doesn't have a lot of engage, but hold up on there. We see a quick little ult and beads coming out.
The ult coming out now from the Morgan. She still wants to fight. Medusa is her choice. Will miss the ult. Daji will 3 in here. Bats will jump over the wall and drop Fear No Evil. 2 from the Daji. Think that'll be it for that engagement.
That was a terrific bait there by Brianna. Was kind of trying to pull them back to fight the Medusa because she knows she's getting the rotate from the Daji. Had that panned out, it would have been fantastic. Ooh, we see a missed ult here from the Achilles.
That would have been huge to pick up that solo kill on the Baza there. Would have pushed his Achilles even further ahead. Unable to connect, though. Now the Kukulin ult will come out. We see Odin all the way over here on this solo lane. Nothing to make of it, though. Both solo laners now backing up. Odin heading back to mid.
Yeah, both. It looks like solo laners are opting for that brand new Shifter Shield build, which is just really strong right now with the current meta and these ability-based kind of mid solos.
Yeah, I can't really argue with it. I definitely think it's strong. We do see Chiron does have Bluestone. Looks like he's going into a Transcendence for his build. Medusa with the typical Death's Toll pressure. See Daji here engaging onto the Hunbats in mid. Hunbats will leap away with the 3 comes out from Daji. Hunbats looking very low here.
Ooh.
The ult will come out from Tyne and will pick up Princess. That Persephone ult just not enough to save her jungler. Tyne getting active early, Kerbis. Kind of proving you wrong already, huh?
Well, it's exactly what I wanted to see, though. You know how I said it's not typically
Yeah.
the best picks, and if you can play it, I know a lot of people say it's great. So I was excited to see it, and I'm seeing it now.
It's a miss push from the Kukulin there. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Daji myself. I actually think it's a pretty strong jungler, pretty strong pick. So
You got to hit
I
those
like to
chains
see
on the
it.
powwow, and
That's true.
that's a make or break for Daji. And so far, you know, Time's been doing a fantastic job. Great
Oh, wow.
rotates and great use of the ult. Very good Riptide. This who is this now? A1 we have the sub.
Subbing in,
Yeah.
yes.
He's doing a good job on those Riptides. Clearly has some, you know, comfortability on that Yemoja.
Yeah, I think that usually is what like separates decent Emoji players, and usually lower level players don't really understand how the Riptide works, I would say, and it's been
Hands down, agree with that. Riptide is
Yeah.
her biggest ability that makes or breaks a good Yemoja from a bad.
yeah. And I think Tynal 3 again, but the Persephone ult connects with the Daji. Bees will be popped there.
Frenzy as
Two
well.
popped out. And I think that's it. No kills.
Nope.
So again in the mid lane. A lot of fighting, not too many kills picked up on each side. We see Nexel again forcing the Kukulkan under tower.
So far, all the kills have rotated are just from the rotate from Tyne. He's pretty much facilitated everything for his team, which is what you want to see from your jungle. Actually, interesting matchup now that I think about it a little bit more. The Yemoja into the Odin, support for support. Yemoja's 2 does actually shred through Odin's shield quite a bit faster, so it is a nice little counter matchup. Another thing that I didn't really consider when I was looking at it, but she's good against those shielded characters, so already a slight advantage in that realm.
Did notice there that Royals are ahead in XP here. Pretty even in gold, though.
I think so far this is a really good matchup. I mean, Royals are the top team, and Helix Housewives, although they've been struggling, it seems like they're still putting a good match in together.
See, maybe a gank here coming on this Medusa's a nice stun from A1 on the Yemoja. We'll try to Riptide in, and kind of looks like nothing will come of it, though. Chiron was a little too far in the lane to make a play. Odin rotated over. Daji is also here now.
Now, if I had to solely decide which team was going to win based on their logo, I'm putting my money on Housewives. Must say,
Housewives got like the best name almost though in the division.
I had the chance to talk to them, and yeah, they just decided on the Housewives because it had an H, and they're from the Helix. That's pretty much where it came in. Started as a joke, and they kept it on. So I found that kind of interesting.
I like those names though. Those are always fun. See a nice stun come out from the Odin in mid. Kind of slow to start this one. There've been a little skirmishes and whatnot, but we have to make of it, Kerbis. What do you think?
Yeah, pretty much like you said. There's been no kills in lane outside of the rotations from Tyne and the Daji. I really haven't seen any impactful ults here from Princess on the Hunbats. It's a very big team fight ult, so there hasn't been that many. A lot of them are just defensive at this point. So if those can switch, I think we might see some more shift in favor. But I think right now Helix Housewives have been doing a really good job at winning these 2v2s, basically, is what we've looked at.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if maybe they can see a nice stun come out from the Odin, but nothing really there to
These
follow.
solo laners at this point are pretty pointless to rotate
Yeah.
if they're not below half health. So hopefully both teams don't waste too much time at this point. I think the pressure really needs to shift into the duo or mid for these guys.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'm waiting for the classic Odin Hunbats ult combo to come out to keep someone kind of trapped into a wall. Haven't really seen much aggression on the side of Royals here as we see an Achilles ult come out to get away from a gank. Don't know if it was really necessary as he's about full health, but
Yeah, I don't see any ward coverage, so he might have been just worried about the rotation coming out from the Hunbats, who would probably do a little bit more damage to him. Build pathing, both jungles look like they're built. We see a lot of similar build paths on all of these characters across the board.
see an Odin come out in mid. Just gonna kind of train around the little cage here. Frenzy is popped, and the Riptide will get Yemoja and Morgan back to safety.
There's not a lot of continuous damage from Royal side. Like none of their picks outside of I Love Cats is gonna do a lot of damage continuously when they're stuck in that Odin cage. So I don't think we'll see too many kills until he starts rotating to them.
The great Yemoja out here will crash onto 2 members of Royals. The Dajiel comes out trying to pick up the Hunbats. Will pull her back in, and Time will pick up another kill onto Princess there.
And that will also be Hunbat's ult there, who tried to ult defensively. Don't know if it was a misclick or just thought that it would be CC immune. Tried to break off the chains.
Yeah, little confused by that one. And we see a Medusa all come out from the Morrigan here. Choosing for that Medusa twice now. We'll get the stun onto Odin. See Daji and Yamoji here. The Daji 3 will come out. Odin will leap away. Will they have any follow? The stun by the Yamoji comes through. And just not enough damage to pick up a 5th kill for Housewives. But a nice 4-0 start.
Oh, late
Chiron snipes now. Will not connect to kill the Odin.
Ooh, Chiron getting a little hungry. If it wasn't for that dash, he probably wouldn't be getting out of there.
Yeah,
Taking quite a bit of damage from that purse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed, I guess, yeah, Brianna must be noticing the same thing that I was. Medusa is going to be the key player for these games for continuous damage, so that's probably why they're prioritizing it. And I think it's the right choice as well in these team fights is to go for that Medusa. Bria Hayes, my bad.
Yeah, the Medusa is an interesting alt choice. I would think maybe the Purse Bats, Daji, or Achilles would be more my style, but
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe the Achilles, who's quite a bit ahead here. Ooh.
Daji 3 come out to try to catch Baza out, but Baza will escape once again.
Yeah, Daji opting to hold her ult in that engagement was probably a good choice. I'm not sure if she had enough damage to clean it up.
And then going back to that Morrigan, I definitely think, I mean, not really hitting the stuns with the Deuce ult, it is pretty easy to just turn around, and I think the Daji or the Achilles or the Bats really gives more consistent CC and better team fight in general.
Yeah, I agree with the better CC, but they just don't have enough damage right now. And you're probably right. The Achilles is probably the best choice for damage output in these early team fights. So
The Execute 2 doesn't have to get them as low.
that is a very good point. Yeah.
Oh, great Riptide by A1 there. Daji will 3 in. The Olive comes out from Medusa, but Nighthawk will pick up the kill on the Isle of Cats. Bats rotating over, will get pulled, and a great kill by Tyne. We also see the emoji ult come out. Odin cage dropped. Purse ult comes out, connecting with Tyne once again. Double stun now by A1. Medusa ult again from the Morrigan. And the ult will connect, but no stun. And this is going to be a Gold Fury call by Housewives.
Good call. Good recognition that they pushed him out. Very quick response to that Gold Fury. I like to see that.
Yeah, Housewives looking strong early, up 6-0. They needed that pick for the Gold Fury call. Up just about a little over 2K now. It's a good early lead for Housewives against one of the top teams in their division.
Yeah, interesting. Like I was talking about how I didn't see a lot of damage coming out of that team. The Hydras on that Daji was definitely chunking huge amounts of damage. So now I'm seeing that Daji is definitely facilitating more than just the rotated kills. And we're looking at an 0-6 lead for Helix Housewives right now and 15 minutes in. Definitely looking in their favor. Oh, we see a ult come out of Princess there in mid.
Yeah, ult did come out, but I think
almost kills, but just gets away with the, I guess, the invisibility saving her just long enough.
I believe they're the clone actually body blocked an auto to save the Morrigan, so kind of a funny interaction. Did see Achilles ult get dropped in right lane when the Odin tried to gank once again. Interesting, they're opting for a support gank to try to shut down the Achilles, who is not really that ahead, maybe about half a level if that, but
yeah, their support's been spending quite a bit of time over there in the solo, actually. It's rotated 3 or 4 times. I don't really know if that's the best place for him to be spending his time. Maybe looking into the duo to add some more pressure on that Chiron.
Might see a fight now break out in mid. Odin will leap in and immediately turn around, not liking his decision. The ult will have to be dropped. The nice stun though, and the max range pull by Tyne, amazing. And Daji's now 5-0. The Purse ult will be dropped. Not much follow-up for it though. Bats does not have
ult. No, Balt is still down.
And now the emoji ult coming out. And the Morgan Walt is Medusa not connecting with the Medusa ult there. Hunbat's ult dropped defensively. Will not connect with anyone though. And it's another kill for Housewives, up 7-0. 5 of them going to Tyne on this Daji. He is now 2 levels up on Princess.
Yeah, at this point they've gotten, you know, that's 2K gold difference, almost 2K XP difference. That's not the biggest lead in the world, but it's a lead, and they've definitely, you know, shifted it in their favor.
A nice pyro call now by Housewives. They're looking to get these picks, push these objectives.
Very,
nice
very
start from
quick
them.
neutral work. I must appreciate their work. They've noticed that they won a team fight, whether they got a kill or not, and they're reacting to the neutral farm right away.
Yeah, it's really nice to see.
Good high-level play there from the Jotunheim team, and I love to see that the improvements are definitely going into this final week.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give Housewives credit. There have been, I believe, sets casted in the past. They have not looked their best. And with this being the final week, them heading into playoffs, it's definitely good to see that they are able to hang with one of the top teams and maybe a dark horse.
Yeah,
for
this
upcoming
this
playoff.
is definitely the best Housewives I've seen all year, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit watching these games right now.
Yeah, I believe they had a couple roster changes switched around. Now Tyne in the jungle, Brian Hayes in the mid.
Yeah, they definitely switched up. They've been trying to find their right groove, and I'm really liking this team right now. So I'm excited to see how this rest of the set goes on.
Couple leads in a couple places. I believe let's see, Daji up 2 levels. A1 up a level on the Yamoja.
Yeah, that
So
biggest
slightly
lead is in that jungle, like you had said, and
Yeah.
the Daji's doing work. Exactly what I was hoping to see. Better than I was hoping.
Now Daji looking to come over, maybe to pressure out Baza a little bit, maybe looking to get this tower in right lane. See Yamoja also coming over here in the jungle. A little skirmish might break out. Hun bats here. See Daji will 3 onto the bats. Bats will just leap away though.
Good focus by Tyne to focus out the other jungler and just ignore that support player. Not really who they need to worry about, so they focus the damage. I like it.
Next in on Baza. Looking at each other by this blue buff now. Nothing much here though coming out of this rotation.
We see lots of posturing over by the Fire Giant. We do see Chiron's rotated out of his duo lane and is over here, so
Oh, they're all.
curious.
It's a 5-man rotation on the Boston. How they want this Kakolan dead. They're diving the tower. The Kakolan will knock
Huge
out
ult,
4
5
now.
knock-up.
And a missed Achilles ult will come through. Vaza dashing through Odin ult now to try to save him. And the Morrigan will pick up the kill now. And the pole will come through from Tyne. Will this be a second kill? 2-for-0 trade. Purse ult. Bat ult. Nothing else though coming from the Royals. And this tier 1 will now fall in the solo lane. 9-0 start. 20 minutes in.
Well, you know, at first I thought that 3 ult just to get the Baza was looking a little bit crazy, but they ended up getting a second pick, which is now hopefully going to give them this Fire Giant. Nobody's really there. Medusa kind of on the fringe, maybe looking to pick it up last second.
Pop Medusa all will come
Huge
through.
ult by
Great
Medusa.
The Bat's ult there coming from the Morrigan, and Nexhale will pick up the kill on the I Love Pest, and
Man.
Housewives will secure the Fire Giant.
The fact that none of those Housewives fell when they were that low, that's some good health regen. That's all I gotta say.
It's a great start here from Housewives. 10-0, 20 minutes in, up 6 kill.
Very dominant showing by this team. And looking at their support here, Aeon as the sub, 00 and 9. Second item picking up for Shoguns. What do you think of that?
That's interesting. The Chiron is kind of building ability based, not really auto attack based. I mean, they're.
But does the Shoguns make up for the lack of auto attack that he gets in the base of his kit that maybe help them in that lane? Kind of an interesting thought.
Now a Gold Fury for Housewives. They're trying to shove
Housewives
these
and their
objectives down
neutral
throat.
farm, they have some amazing focus. I wasn't even thinking Gold Fury, and they were already there.
Yeah, I mean, we barely even caught it on the cast. There was almost dead by the time we got over there.
Huge TP over there from the Achilles. Then they're just going to push down this lane.
Yeah, they're really looking for it now. Something to note, Tyne 604, 100% kill participation from the jungler. And Housewives looking to run it down now, shove their lead.
Good little dedication here. Oh,
Wow.
Yamoja
Wow.
with the
Great
Riptide again,
riptide.
pulling that Medusa in, but Medusa still having dash, able to get in. We do see a
want the
Phoenix
Phoenix.
dive here.
The Bats ult will come out, and I believe
First
the first
ult.
ult and Odin ult. Daji will go into the sky on the pile out, looking to pull someone in here. Yemo ult come through now to body block him in.
Iron ult in the background. I hear Medusa's ult. Tyne ends up picking up a kill.
Kakola's trying to chase it down now. Baza maybe being able to clean someone up here, looking for Royal's first kill. Great stun under the Kakolan though. I Love Cats will pick up Brian Hayes for Royal's first kill of the match. Kakolan looking in the XE range now.
Medusa's so low, but she's gonna be able to get out there.
Great knockup by Kakolan there. Still looking super low, trying to get out now.
Good job on this Kakolan to pull their direction away from the rest of the team. He knew he was dead, but rather than sacrifice more than one of his players, he decided to go in the jungle, pull the team's focus away from that low Medusa. Good call by the solo there.
Yeah, Tyne does get the kill. Once again, now 8-0 on the Daji. Only lost one there.
One
Gave
for one
Royals the
trade.
first kill, but now they're just going to look to get this tier 1 in mid. Shouldn't be any contest by the Persephone, though.
Yeah, it's not a bad. That Phoenix dive was a little early, but you know, a 1-for-1 trade, and it looks like they're still going to clean up most of the towers, so definitely still in Helix Housewives' favor, but very good defense put on there by the Royals.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see another Pyromancer call. Really just...
And I have to compliment the Housewives on how well they're doing neutral farming. They are like... They're mistiming these objectives so that they can get to the other objective in time, and they've got this thing on cooldown, so really, really good recognition from this team.
Yeah, it's really impressive watching these guys play right now.
Huge upgrade from what we've seen in the past from them. That's the biggest thing why I'm harping on it, is this is a huge improvement, and I've said all year long about how Royals have improved so much throughout the season that I'm now seeing two teams that both have had huge improvements going head to head. So this is a very interesting game to watch.
Yeah, I mean, you'd love to see improvement, especially from any division. But it is really nice to see, especially coming from the Jotunheim players. Maybe see some of them get moved up next season.
I'm excited to see these guys continue on. Yeah, I think they all have very good futures.
Fire Giant does wear off of Housewives now. Expect them to maybe take a little break from all the fighting. Look to set up for this next one that should be spawning here shortly. And Royals needs to get a good fight here if they want to stay in the game. What do you think Royals can do to come back in this one, Kerbis?
Like, I don't really think that's out of their hands at this point. I think their jungle needs to get some more levels here, hit 20 with the rest of the team. Odin as well. They've got some level discrepancies that are going to be hurting their team fights. But in retrospect, I don't think their goal difference is that bad. Well, I guess it has jumped quite a bit since the last time. We're looking at 12,000 almost now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. So I think, honestly, they need to just use that sixth player, use their Phoenix. Maybe look to steal a Fire Giant just to help their defenses, because the team's obviously going to show up. And they did a really good defense in that last Phoenix Siege, so I think that's probably what they need to do, is just play uber defensive, not get picked, not overcommit to anything.
Yeah, they have some really good defensive alts too. The Bats, the Odin, the Persephone.
Yeah, they can buy a lot of time off that Fire Giant and split the team up, and that'll hopefully get them a 4v5, which will be able to save a Phoenix, I believe, if they're able to fight it.
Yeah. Royals not wanting to go away, though. It's like a little bit of boxing here in the solo lane. The Royals not wanting to go away. They want to posture for this Fire Giant, not letting Housewives get it for free.
Yeah, you know what? It's not bad. I mean, they're not really taking any poke. They're dealing the poke. At this point, it's worthwhile for them to be here. Purse is really good.
Huge! Oh, wow. 5-man knockup. Yama ult will drop. Odin ult. Daji ult. Daji looking to get a pull here. Two bat calls there. One from the Morgan. I Love Cats will pick up Brea Hayes. Kakolan looking very low. Odin jumping on the back there. Daji TPing in. Immediately turns, though, onto the Odin. Trying to pick up a kill here on him to make it a 1-for-1. Nighthawk will finish off party time. Corgi. And a 1-for-1 trade there. Royals looking kind of low. Daji trying to pick up Baza, but Cats will pick up Tyne there, shutting him down. Achilles will pick up Baza finally.
That's a huge pickup for Cats. At that point, you knew that Baza was dead, but they ended up snagging one, pulling them off Fire Giant. We're now looking at a 3v3 Phoenix.
I'm interested to see if Housewives has enough here to get this Phoenix curse not backing
This is
down.
a risky play going for that
Nighthawk
Phoenix.
will now fall down to Captain Care Bear, and this is gonna be cover retreat. Nexel will fall to I Love Cats, and what a turn from Royals there.
That's balls by Royals. The fact that they initiated that fight while being XP and gold down at Fire Giant, they took a huge risk. And you know what? It paid off. They just 4 for 2 that team fight. They're now looking to posture and get this Fire Giant, and what's this Yamoja gonna do?
I do her best. I mean, that's all she can do. This Fire Giant could be huge for the Royals if they can get it. The Yemo will come out to try to zone the Medusa off.
Really good separation to make Medusa out of that fight.
The
Buy some more
Unmatched here
time.
now as the A1 will pick up Princess, and Royals will secure the Fire Giant. I Love
Point
Cats will
blank.
pick up Bria Hayes.
You know what? A1 got out. He survived. That was a dirty ult. He managed to separate
Nice.
the Medusa, not doing any basic attacks of Fire Giant, and then riptide it so she couldn't even step out, which was bought enough time to pick up a couple kills. Unfortunately, didn't secure the Fire Giant for them, but that was way more than I expected out of a quarter HP Yamoja at that point.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you did see Bria Hayes try to Hunbat's ult in, changing into Hunbat's obviously as the Morgan. Was not able to steal it away either. Fear no evil. And we'll fall again. See about a 5k gold swing there for the Royals. They were 12k down. About 7k now from the last gold charts that we had up.
Some huge risk plays that could have lost them the game, but you know what? Those risk plays brought them back in this game, and we're looking at a way tighter competition now going at this. They have Fire Giant on 4 because Baza did get spawned in time.
Something to note too, Baza is tanky. It's taking a while for Housewives to kill him, and it's really buying his team time, and that's why Tyne died in that last fight. See how this works out, but it looks like Housewives not afraid of the Fire Giant, pushing down this left side, trying to get this Phoenix. They want a siege here.
It's not a bad call, to be honest. The rest of the team wasn't ready for it. Royals not
Frenzy
even
will
there
get
to show
popped
up.
there. Frenzy will get popped here. The Persalt will miss, and Housewives will walk away with this Phoenix. A nice Yemo
Huge
ult to try to
Odin
zone the team. Chiron will fall to Princess in the back line. Daji trying to pick anything up. Medusa ult comes out, and now Housewives are on the run. Baza will pick up Tyne there. And only 3 members left as Bria Hayes now turn around. Odin leaping in. These Riptides trying to get Yemo and Achilles out of there. Frenzy popped by the Royals. Riptides though, little OP. Achilles will ult out. Hunbat still chasing down. I think
No monkey reaction.
okay.
Had that monkey had hit, I think that was probably the end of the Achilles. Yamoja deciding to stay. Maybe just hoping to buy a little bit of extra time. They just ignore the Riptide, go straight for tower.
wow, those Emoji Riptides created a lot of space to get Housewives out. Without that, it might have been,
1-0 and 12, doing a lot of work for the team right now.
yeah, for sure. Great to have a sub do that, but looks like Royals are going to try to siege this Phoenix now. It's at about half health. The Persalt will come out now onto the Achilles. Nexel just standing still, and Royals will now get the return Phoenix. But great snipes from Nighthawk onto I Love Cats. That's a big kill there. I Love Cats giving Housewives a bunch of problems so far in these team fights. And now Royals are on the retreat.
Yeah, we see a Phoenix trade for both teams. Really good for Royals on the defense rotate and getting a Phoenix with the Fire Giant. Even more impressive on the Helix Housewives having the balls to try for a Fire Giant.
And now they're going to pick up a nice kill onto Baza. Nexel will get credit for that one. That's also a huge kill. This could be time for Housewives to look for their final siege, final push.
Yeah, I think the only thing that Royals have in their favor right now is Princess on the Hunbat still holding ult. This might be a big ult defense, which might maybe buy them the game here. We'll see. I think this is going to be a game-ending call either way.
Comes the Emoji all out now. The Helmet's all in the back. We'll pick up Nighthawk. Tyne with the Daji ult now. Big Persalt now onto Tyne. That'll force the beads here. Odin now getting in the middle of them. And now Housewives are on the retreat. Medusa is respawned. It all comes out, and Bria Hayes will now fall to I Love Cats once again.
Who are the carries down? All that's left is Tyne. If they can take out Tyne, I think this is a reverse sweep. And like I said, that was the game-ending decision, I bet.
Hard now that Umoja trying to rip Tide away once again. Just running up
Same
and down.
path they took last time.
Yes.
3-man in a row. Yamoja in the back.
Odin hitting another stun. Great stun by
Hit the
A1.
beads out of Medusa.
Ozzo
Baza.
TP's in to pick up time. That is massive for Royals here.
Yeah,
Kokola
I
now
think that's
chasing down
game.
the
All
Achilles.
3 carries down. Oh, Nighthawk is spawning back in 5. Can Yamoja buy enough time?
Yamoja just looking to get time here for Nighthawk to spawn, looking to survive Odin, not wanting her to, and Party Time Corgi will pick up A1. It's all up to Nighthawk and Vextail, though, to save Royals from making this amazing comeback. Looks like Royals are going to pick up the mid tower here instead of looking for the end. Briages does spawn as well.
Yeah, we're now looking at probably another team fight. I guess it wasn't the game-ending decision there. Probably just one more team fight for either team is going to make up the decision. I wonder if they're going to fight over the Fire Giant, which is now spawning. Golden XP, good to know. Almost back to even. 3K lead still in Helix Housewives' favor.
Yeah, 33 minutes in, though. I don't know how much difference 3K is really making. Royals have really put themselves back in this one.
Yeah, I
Now
think
the
we're seeing
Fire
another
Giant.
comeback game. Back-to-back weeks with comebacks? I love it.
Fire Giant now being pulled by Royals. Frenzy will be popped now. This is huge for Royals here. Enhanced Fire Giant can make all the difference for them. Chiron snipes coming through, but not enough. Royals will secure it. And looks like now a full retreat from the Royals. Maybe a nice reset and a push for this next team fight to win
Phoenix
the game.
did respawn on the left side there for Royals as well. So they're now looking at a full defense against the left side being open already there for Housewives. So things aren't looking great for them. They definitely don't have as defensive as I guess a Phoenix defense here, but they do have the Morgan, which gives them the ability to choose to whatever they need. So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, this Morgan here is going to have a big ultimate. It's not even up yet, though. This is time for Royals to really siege. So we do see an Oni Fury up, maybe a call here just for extra minion help. But this Morgan's going to need her ult up to really make an effort here. I think probably a Bats or a Purse is going to be his best bet or her best bet.
And the Royals right now all have their ult available, all have Fire Giant. It's going to be a tough fight. They have a lot of control available to them where they're just holding up on the Morgan on Housewives side right now for the defense, because I guess the powwow might be able to steal somebody if beads aren't up, but
The
beads is
emoji
up
ult
on most
too.
of them.
Emoji ult for some zoning, but it's going to be tough. We see a Phoenix siege here. Housewives not even stepping up. They're playing for the Titan
Interesting.
room.
Yeah, going for the Titan call.
See now maybe a mid Phoenix. Maybe they'll step up here for this one as it's at full health. And they will here.
Odin with a
IG
good
ult
ult
come
in the
out.
background.
Also an Odin ult. The emoji ult coming through. Great pull from Tyne. A1 will pick up Princess here. Purse ult come through. Medusa ult in the back over there. Captain Care Bear will pick up Tyne. And Achilles trying to run it down here. Kind of 1v3ing on his own. Great
Medusa
stun though.
putting up numbers. Good stuns coming out of
Execute come
Baza.
through. I Love Cats will pick up next tail though before the XD comes out. And this might be the game here.
I think that's game.
Mid-Phoenix
I
will
Love
off the
Cats
Royals.
has just been putting in a lot of works and brought Royals back into this game for sure. Good positioning.
Now, this might be it here unless they want to siege. Oh, Baza
Baza's
does
TPing back in.
Back in.
Nice.
This could be massive. Morgan's gonna do all she can. But it looks like Odin and Baza are gonna be able to fend her off. The nice purse all coming through. And that'll pick up Nighthawk, and that'll be all she wrote. Royals with an amazing comeback here on the Helix Housewives.
It all started
Wow.
with that blink initiation at that first Fire Giant when they were down by 2 levels across the board. Great balls, great play, and it bought them back a game. So really well done, Royals.
And with that, I believe we'll send it to a break. Come back with game 2 and the desk.
Welcome back, guys. And well, Double A, what a game. What kind of outtakes you got so far, good sir?
Well, I mean, yeah, what can you say? I mean, it was all Housewives right until the very end there. Royals just bringing it back. We saw I Love Cats come online. That's exactly what you want to do when you're down. Wait for ADC to get that farm up, hit level 20, and now, it's time to go. Baza did a great job in that game. I don't know whoever called him overrated. It wasn't me. But no, he had a great game. Played well. The stat line isn't amazing, 2, 5, and 6, but I mean, he was putting the pressure on almost the entire game, and I believe, looking at the numbers, he has the second most damage in the match, just behind Captain Care Bear by 1,000.
Yeah, that was definitely impressive. Like I said, Housewives, I mean, y'all played great. Y'all did. It's just like, I don't know, this late game came around and giant circle AoE ults just kind of outpowered y'all's more single target related. I thought they played very well. Even, A1, he showed up
Yeah.
good even as a sub. So, yeah, I mean, that was a great game. Hate to see it for the Housewives, and if you're a Royals fan, you love to see it.
Well, right, and Tyne had a great early game. I mean, finished the game 8-4 and 8. I mean, it's still a great stat line, great KDA. A1, yeah, man, you have a future as a support. I think maybe it's time to switch. But he's a great solo laner. But that was a great performance on Umoja.
He did have the least amount of wards placed.
Well, you can place wards in any role, but yeah, no, I think it was pretty great. Maybe you wanted to see more from the ADC and the mid laner probably, as they didn't finish the game amazingly. A lot of assists, but yeah, it was a lot of time.
One more stat to point out though, there was 12k healing on that Umoja. That is a substantial amount. By the way.
Yeah, for sure. But alrighty, I think that'll wrap up our little segment. We'll go ahead and throw this to a quick break, and we'll be back with picks and bans for Game 2.
Y'all come back. Back, everybody. It's Cowboy Double A and normal picking bands here. Of course, this is Game 2 for Helix Housewives and Royals. Heartbreaking loss for the Housewives, Game 1. So let's see, Double A. What would you like to see banned first?
I think from Royals, I'd like to see the Daji ban. Did some great work in that game against them, so getting that off the table I think would be pretty smart. Other than that, I think on the other side, maybe get rid of Persephone. I know she's pretty annoying to play against.
Right.
But
so looks like we have a Chalk and an Atlas band to start with. Pretty good bands, Baza on that Chalk is deadly. Atlas, super strong. RDO, I assume Baza's probably got a pretty good RDO too. So that's not a bad ban at all. And the Bastet, as always, that's a given. Very strong pick.
Yeah, for sure. Waiting on the last ban, gonna be Kleena. Last ban for the first phase here for Helix Housewives. Cleo gonna get banned out. Definitely a smart ban.
Aggressive bans, I like it.
On the other side, we're going to see that Gilgamesh ban out. Hoping the princess doesn't play that in the jungle, so Royals are going to ban that. So that would be for Tyne, trying to get him off of that pick.
No doubt, that's a very good ban right there. I mean, that's just a strong overall pick. And we have another Persephone pickup, but this time we'll be going to the Housewives.
Yeah, I think it's definitely smart. Get that off the field. It did a lot of work last game, as well as that Medusa. So maybe look into that pick as well later on. But we're gonna see Royals grab Medusa once again for I Love Cats and a Thoth pickup.
Nice. I think we may have some technical difficulties, Double A. I believe we're still on the Be Right Back screen, by the way. They can't see the pick and bans or the picks.
Did I? Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome, good sir. And so, yeah, we have...
there you go. Now you can see them.
Medusa. Very aggressive picks, very outstanding. Good, consistent damage with the Thoth this time, as compared to the Persephone. Medusa, again, very good for I Love Cats. We have a Horus again. No, we didn't have Horus last game. I'm sorry, my brain is a little out of it today. But Dodgy pick up again for Tyne. I liked the Dodgy last game. I thought he performed very well on that.
Yeah, I'm
So
glad to
yeah,
see him in it. Doesn't get banned out, like you said, and they're going to try to get that early pressure once again. They had it last game with Daji. Now they're going to add Horus into the mix, who's going to be definitely something that has that early game pressure.
yeah, and Horus as well, very strong support, and Amir. Okay, haven't seen a lot of Amir play, but the few games we have, we've seen very well execution on him. No doubt, probably will see the same from pretty time Corgi. He's pretty solid support. Double A Euro support. So how do you feel about Amir versus Horus?
I think Ymir is something, has one of the longer CCs in the game, so I think that's definitely going to be an advantage. But the thing I'm worried about is I've seen Party Time Corgi play a lot of aggressive supports. I mean, we saw him on Odin last game, so, he's usually playing a Fafnir or Horus himself or something that's aggressive. And Ymir is not something we've seen him on, and Ymir isn't really regarded at this point at being super meta support either. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what he can do. We've only seen him kind of in those aggressive picks, so being something that's a little more laid back, it should be fun.
Right. And back into the bands, we have Izanami, no doubt, just a good solid band. Soul and this Circuit. So Double A, are they expecting, I guess, I haven't seen her play it, but I guess Princess is a Circuit player as well. Is that why we keep seeing this band? I initially thought it was for support, but
Well, and I would assume it'd be for support, but yeah, I guess it's going to be a jungle ban. I mean, that's definitely something that can be played in the jungle. It's not as good there, I don't think, but I know they're trying to take Circuit out of the support lane, so maybe after a few changes, they're looking to maybe ban that out against Princess.
and an Odin ban as well. Maybe they think this is like an Amir jungle or solo, but or maybe they're afraid of the Odin solo as well. I mean, obviously that's quite possible. That's a very sturdy pick, but yeah, that's all the picking bands there.
Sun Wukong going to get locked in. That's going to be for Baza on the other side. So going to be fun
Like that
again.
pick.
Yeah, definitely. They're going a safer route here. They're going to grab some 2 high meta damage gods in Thoth and Medusa. Ymir, a little more laid back, but able to kind of provide that support. And Sun Wukong just super safe. So it'll be
Exactly.
fun.
He plays kind of like Sun Wukong does play like a chalk as well, so that should feed into Baza's wheelhouse. And then Lena against Achilles, that's a pretty fair matchup.
Yeah.
He's the only one that's a little different. He can be aggressive, but against Medusa, you figure you'd want someone who can outtrade her. I mean, earlier, but
Yeah, Achilles
just
going to
my opinion.
gonna try to get that execution off, especially on like a Ymir. Gonna be super vulnerable, even a Thoth a little bit. But I definitely think he's pretty strong. Ho Yi, yeah, like you said, kind of a little odd pick, been picked up quite a bit throughout the league, so it's interesting that we're gonna see him once again. But I don't believe we've seen the Nighthawk. I believe is the ADC on Ho Yi.
Yeah. And the last pick, Athena. So, alrighty. I guess that's an Athena jungle, is what I'm going to say.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would guess you're right there, Athena jungle. I think Princess has played that before as well, so going to be kind of right in her wheelhouse. That ultimate's going to be super valuable here in team fights, and being able to rotate over and even buff up a Ymir or Medusa in a one-on-one. I think that's definitely going to be something that is going to be super valuable for the Royals. So it'll be fun to see, the Athena incoming in a fight here. But we'll go ahead and wrap this up, and we'll throw it into game 2 for you guys. We'll be right back.
I'll come back.
And we're back. Sorry about that, Smite fans, but our spectator there was having a little bit of difficulties getting the blobkus out of his ass. Anyways, J2, how are you looking for this game, my man?
I'm excited to see it. Housewives, I don't want to necessarily say surprisingly, last game put up a really great fight. But it was a close game. So, hoping to see another good one.
No, everything's looking pretty good so far. I'd have to agree with that. We see some early aggression, which we didn't see before last time. But we do see an Athena jungle here, one of Princess's key picks for that more supportive jungle style. And we see Daji back on tone, so I get to see how Daji does in a second game. I'm loving it.
Yeah, man, I'm loving this Tyne Daji. We do see bees now come out from the Hu Yi of Nighthawk. And A1
Good
very low
freeze by
Wow.
A1.
I love Cats to pick up this first blood, and Daji trying to run down Princess down her own jungle, but Thoth will pick up the nice root there. Daji up to back up. Achilles looking pretty low now in the in the solo lane. And a faster kill than we saw last game. Maybe we'll see a little bit faster paced game.
Yeah, it was definitely a huge freeze over there by Ymir, and a good bait because he did pull the beads earlier there. I guess not on Horus, but he got a beads and a kill there. Very high pressure now coming out of that duo. Ooh, unfortunate. Persephone does miss the one on the wave there.
Yeah, Persis looking at half health already. Oh wow, super low now.
Those artillery bombs.
Great poke
That's
from
why we see Thoth being one of the top mids right now, is just being able to poke through the wave to that other mid if they're positioned right.
Looks like now maybe looking for a purple invade coming up here on the side of Royals. Achilles also sitting under his tower. Seeing a lot more pressure in every lane now this game from the Royals side of things. Opposed to the last game, they really only had pressure in this duo lane, but didn't get much out of it already with the kills. We saw a nice freeze there. Stop Horus from the dash. And we
Daji coming for rotate.
Over. Trying to help out her duo lane. Wolf 3 in onto the Medusa, but she will stun him out. Daji looking super low now.
Good
and
stun.
a nice stun by Nighthawk to save Daji's life. Another good freeze. Nighthawk will leap in onto Medusa here. Medusa looking very low. Frenzy popped on the side of Housewives. No kill yet, but a nice arrow from Nighthawk to pick up the kill on I Love Cats. Party
Good
time.
dodge of the ice carpet. Holy mackerel.
And a double kill now for Nighthawk on the Hu Yi. Great return, great answer after the first blood.
Yeah, putting that carry ahead, that's huge. We do see over there, I see Baza did end up going for, the standard Sun Wukong build, Bluestone into Soul Eater. I think Baza having this Bluestone is going to put a significant amount of pressure onto this Achilles, which he wasn't having with the Kukulkan not having Bluestone last game. So I do expect there to be probably a kill here over in the solo at some point.
Yeah, so I expect this solo lane to be a lot more active. Just like a little bit more boxing in the dual lane. Just constant. Hu Yi all now dropped early. See Athena's over here. This time hits the nice double taunt, and a frenzy will be popped. Party time. Corgi will pick up the kill on the A1. Great wall from the Ymir, and I Love Cats will pick up Nighthawk. And now they get the nice 2-0 return kill on the dual lane.
Can we give a round of applause for Party Time and that wall? That was an amazing wall to keep that Ho Yi in, who had full committed with the dash and ult already.
Yeah, it was amazing. They're giving them a nice 2-0 trade. A great answer. I'm liking that the junglers there trying to answer back after the deaths from both sides. We saw Tyne rotate over that first time after the first blood. Now Tyne now coming over here to this solo lane. Try to poke out the Sun Wukong a little bit more.
Yeah, Sun Wukong's definitely a lot safer. Both having his ult available to him and that 72 transformations, bird form, bull, tiger, whatever he needs to get out. He's going to be a lot safer than when he was playing Kukulkan last time.
Yeah, for sure. Something I've noticed Tyne doing on this Daji is opting to 3-in very early, especially on gods like last game, the Hun Bats, now the Sun Wukong, not really waiting for their dashes to be down, not baiting them out. Could be something to maybe look at here, work on.
Yeah, it definitely paid off last game, but it's definitely going to be punished a lot more with all the dashes and freezes and everything else. I think everyone has some sort of form of getting away from her, whether it be with the wall or not, and especially with that Ymir wall being present, which is honestly Ymir's best ability is his wall. So how well Party Time can use that is going to really make or break it. And so far, I've seen great things.
That was very impressive. Very similar to some of the emoji riptides we saw last game. Hopefully, he can keep that up. Show us some of his support skills that we saw from A1 last game.
Yeah, and guess what? I got a second here. I want to talk about this Horus with you. What do you think of Horus support? What is your take?
I like it, dude. I really
You're
like
a fan?
I'm a fan because I'm a fan because it gives you like the kind of, it should give you pressure in lane, right? It's a decent pick. I love his CC. I think he's a great option for Warrior. We do see him ulting now into this mid lane. Catching Caravel kill on the Bria Haze, but Daji now will get the return kill on the Captain Care Bear. Tyne getting active early once again, 1-0 start. And you know that was really creative there once again from that Horus ult. Came to mid, great freeze and great wall. Wow, already impressive Party Time Corgi. But
yeah, Party Time's doing a lot of work over there on the Ymir, but gotta give credit where credit's due. Supports were really impressing me so far.
Yeah, back to that Horus. I was actually gonna say before that ult, my least favorite part of the kit is the ult. Actually, I think it's awkward. There's some times where you get no value out of it during games at all. And we do see a Medusa dash in with the Athena dash. Will miss the taunt though. Shouldn't it mean safety for Nighthawk for now as the Horus will come in. Nice dash and stun. He will come out. Great stun and the ult from Hu Yi now into I Love Cats. Should be safe, and this is Horus now looking for a stun. We do see Ymir now rotating over. And Nighthawk will jump in though. A little overzealous. We see he might get collapsed on. Not enough though. Princess, I think, misses the taunt there. We do see Thoth now over here. A 4-man, or I guess 2-man rotation here into the duo lane. But no kills though.
No kills, just a rotation, a switch of pressure maybe.
Another great stun though from Nighthawk. Not scared of the 4 members here. We do see Purse now coming over. Great Medusa ult. Purse ult will barely connect to kind of Vine the Medusa, but she will get out. Now Party Time Corgi running down. And we'll pop Frenzy. They're both trying to kill. Oh, but Caravel get credit for the kill. Come on. Should have let Party Time pick up that kill. He deserved it, but
that was an awkward engagement by both sides. You know, delayed both ways as a back and forth, but Royals ultimately coming up way on top. Oh, well, before we get into that.
Whoa. Oh, wow. Great job by Baza. Wow. Great job by Baza.
Is it going to be a double? It's going to be a double. He's going to chase it, for sure.
Here it comes. Oh, the bull. Trying to knock out. Nextail trying to live, but will not. Baza picks up the great double kill, stunning Tyne off of the 3 there with the Tiger formation.
Yep.
Tyne
that stun under power, and then Tyne going up into the powwow, which is a good call, but not enough HP to survive through the bluestone tick, which ends up killing him.
Yeah, that was great play. Great heads-up play from Baza there. We'll see he already has a Soul Eater stacked. And now Horus ulting in the mid lane, trying to pick up this Thoth. Thoth will beads and dash away freely. Now Thoth charging all, not much to come there though. Athena will ult on top of him. Try to bring back their pressure a little bit here in the mid lane. And this is a much different start from Royals now. I believe last game they didn't have a kill until like the 22nd minute of the game. Up 9-3 here early. 2k gold lead almost ticking over to 3.
I think a lot of it comes down to 2 picks right now that I can think of. Obviously, putting Captain Carry Bear over here on Thoth is a huge decision. Thoth is a powerhouse all throughout all of the level of play, so that gives him a lot more pressure, able to rotate out with that pressure. And then Baza being on a bluestone character like Wukong here, I think that's just adding so much pressure in that lane. So really playing off the mid and solo, which we didn't get to see a lot of happen in the game 1. So I think that's the biggest shift for me personally, but I don't know, what's your take on it, J2?
Yeah, I definitely have to agree. I mean, obviously they have cats on this Medusa. I think I've seen him play Medusa every single game I've watched the Royals play. So not much surprise that he's looking great on it, but I mean, really props to Baza here on the Sun Wukong. Last game, I think his lane kind of got stalled out a little bit as he was calling with Sigil, didn't have as much kill potential as maybe he would have liked, but the Wukong now is giving him that nice lead as opposed to last game where he was kind of out-pressured. And
ooh, good little snag over there from the Ho Yi. Nighthawk able to secure his purple.
Sure, and Breys will actually pick up a nice kill there onto Captain Carry Bear. Be good
Yeah.
for him.
That's a good return.
Level lead, yeah, level lead now for the Persephone in mid. That's nice to see. Don't want to deal with the Thoth in general, but especially that Thoth is ahead. Be an issue. Actually taking over 2 levels now. Great freeze though by the Emir there.
Big damage from
Really
that
like
frostbite. Yeah, I like Persephone, and Persephone would have been a better matchup into the Thoth had she still had that extended range on her 1. That artillery range was longer than Thoth's 1 with his glyphs, which was interesting after she got that little bit of a nerf. She's still a pretty good artillery mage. Obviously, that ult is huge. So it's not a bad matchup in that sense. But touching on the horse a little bit, I personally, not a big fan of the horse. Oh my goodness, but...
Oh wow, aggressive dash hit from the Medusa. Might pay for it here though. Great one by the Hui, but the spit and the Medusa all comes out now and
Minions!
The kill. Wow.
Fighting into the minions did not pay off well. That early aggression from the Hoi, who just didn't want to let her dash in. Showed some disrespect and she wanted it back.
Now Tyne and Princess get into a little scuffle here in the side of the jungle, but Baza's not having it.
Baza.
Away on the Palau again, trying to pick up the kill on a Princess. Will not be able to pull her in, and she'll ult to get the CC immunity, and Baza will get credit for that kill onto Tyne. Tyne a little over aggressive there, invading camps with no one really around him. Oh wow, great wall again by Party Time Corgi. No real
Achilles is
follow-up.
pretty tanky though. I don't expect him to fall here. Not at this point, but yeah, she wanted that kill onto the Athena. Wasn't a bad play. Athena using the heads-up movement there to ult. Princess recognizing that she has the CC immunity, and it was really well played. Great invade over here.
The blue can invade, and now the Emir ult coming out, trying to just slow and do as much damage as they can to this Horus and Achilles. See a little support solo lane, the tank fight going on. Looks like the Jimmy though doing a little bit of work. And
Ooh, gets cut off by the wall.
oh, nice knock up there from Baza though. This healing from the Horus, trying to keep Nextel alive and himself, but it looks like he's getting really low. Another great wall. Wow, and Party Time will get the kill there on the A1. Daiji will 3 in, unable to pick anything up though. Baza gets Nextel, and that'll be all she wrote there. Tyne unable to turn that
Don't
fight.
like that fight from the Housewives. You're going up against a Ymir who's got 2 levels on Horus at that time. 1 level on, I believe, the solo as well for Baza. So there's a 3-level difference. And honestly, Ymir with his Frostbite is putting up way more damage than Horus will do. So if that fight continues, you're going to lose. So I don't think it was a great call for them to keep fighting back to back. They were just bound to eventually lose that war of attrition.
Yeah,
which
might have
they
been
did.
better. Might have been better there to just give up the blue buff, retreat back to tower, keep trying to farm their best. They were already behind, and now it's looking really rough. 2 levels up. The Sun Wukong on the Achilles. Do you see a lead in mid though? Persephone, Brehez.
Yeah, I think at this point that's who they have to play around.
Yes.
Is really play around Brehez, who's been doing really good in the mid.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Captain Care Bear will now pick up Pine. Great taunt from Princess though. And A1 will pick up I Love Cats there. Good return kill. A nice wall though and freeze. It doesn't look like A1 will live much longer. A double kill for Princess on this Athena jungle. And another great fight. 3-for-1 trade.
In that last back, Princess did pick up Polly. Ends up doing quite a bit of damage in their favor, and they're going straight for gold after that. Really good call. Heads up recognition. Something that we saw the Housewives doing all last game, is going for those objectives.
Yeah, for sure. We now see Baza trying to invade, and he will get the blue buff away from Nexel.
Ooh.
Much different story this game for the Royals than last. They are really putting in work against this Housewives team. Whoa, a little off on that Persephone ult. That Sun Wukong will get in the air trying to heal and will just leap away. And that's why Sun Wukong's so annoying. I mean,
Too many escapes. It's something different than what he was on Kukulkan. He only had that 1 leap. Now you got to deal with the transformations, the CC immune ult, the dive after that. And people don't realize how much damage that ult does when he comes crashing down, especially when he's got a 2-level lead.
yeah, for sure. We do see a 4K gold difference on the side of Royals now, 5K XP. It's It's
It's
definitely,
definitely in their favor, but like we saw last game, nobody's
over.
down and out.
not over yet. We do see a nice pyro call here from Housewives. I like this. Trying to balance out the objectives a little bit. Keep the signals in it. We do see Athena coming in now. Try to pick up Nexel here, who has no mana and is very low. Daji on the pile also super low. Will pull Sun Wukong in. Princess will pick up the kill on the time. Baza onto Nexel. Nexel a little overstayed there, maybe to try to help Tyne, but ultimately probably should have retreated. We do see Medusa running down on this Hu Yi here. Hu Yi will be dropped. Great dash trying to stun the Hu Yi. Hu Yi will leap away though. Horus looking to make a rotation here along with Persephone to maybe try to pick up the Medusa, but they will
just missed it on the warding. Yeah,
Wow.
unfortunate. That would have been a good clap, but Medusa turns around onto Persephone.
Earth will leap away though. Medusa will dash in. She wants more. Looks like Captain Care Bear will get the credit for the kill on the Bria Hayes though. Party time Corgi onto Nighthawk. Horus will be forced to leap away, trying to slow down the competition, but all 5 members of Royals over here to pick up another kill. Killing A1 now, a 3-for-0 trade. Almost all at full health here on the side of Royals. They're gonna get this tier 2 now in the dual lane side of things.
So I talked a lot about the solo upgrade. You know, Baza going on the Wukong Bluestone was huge. Obviously, Captain Carry Bear going on Thoth, but I want to touch on Princess's choice here for Athena. Obviously, a very out-of-pocket type of jungle style, more supportive, but we are seeing her make huge plays with this Athena taunt and getting a lot of damage out of it as well. So it's a very unique way to play jungle, but it's paying off for this team tremendously. We're seeing here in game 2.
Yeah, it is really, and I mean that's Princess's style, right? She likes to play these kind of setup gods, these gods that she can get in there, and she has the Athena taunt. She plays the Nike a lot where she can leap in, knock up, then she slows with her massive ultimate. She plays the Hun Bash again, massive ult with the CC, and like that really brings her success. This Athena might be a sleeper pick, people to look at.
Definitely, like we saw the Hun Bats last game, and it made a decent enough impact. But I am single-handedly noticing Athena making a huge impact in these team fights in game 2.
For
so.
sure.
I'm seeing a group up over here in mid. Do you think there's going to be a posture for Fire Giant soon? We are now ticking almost to level 20.
Oh, wow, nice though snipe there. Fire Giant, you know, honestly, if I'm Royals, I'd look at it. Like, if I'm Royals, they can do it. They're so far ahead in really every role other than mid lane, but Thoth brings the secure for you.
Here comes that Athena taunt.
Wow. And Athena again making use of this easy rotation with the ultimate. Achilles trying to get away, but a nice Thoth root will come out, and Princess now on a rampage, 5-0 and 6 on the Athena jungle.
Rest of the Housewives rotating out as well, though. Hoyi's in near kind of that mid area. Do we see them maybe challenge?
They might try here. They really can't let anything go away for free. They are getting the Sun Wukong ult out now from Baza's. He'll leap away, trying to maybe catch out this Hu Yi is really far up here. Hu Yi ult will drop now. Boris trying to knock up and stun the Sun Wukong, who will pick up Breahaze, killing the Persephone. Daiji will go in the air on the pile out. Not quick enough though. Princess will get the kill. Party time Corgi onto A1. And that is a 4 for nothing.
Yeah, that's
Royals. That's Fire
Here's
Giant.
the thing. Sun Wukong, Baza was so out of place that should have been an easy kill, but because it's Sun Wukong and the CC immune ult, you don't get that kill. He can play like that for free.
Insane, dude. Looks like maybe a thought about trying to get a steal, but not quick enough on the side of the Achilles here. 25-5 is the score. About 10k gold lead now. As we saw last game, though, wouldn't put it
over.
out.
They were 12k down, right? At one point, 12k.
They were 12k down. Royals being that. Maybe hurt the mental a little bit on the side of Housewives. Wouldn't really blame them, but it should also give them a little bit of hope. A little bit of that. We can still win this.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference between that game and this game, though, is the XP lead here. That Wukong being level 20, 16,000, 17,000 XP difference, 10k gold. Like, that XP is what's hurting the most. Gold is one thing, but at this point, we're talking about a point difference in your alts, even.
Right. Yeah, it's getting rough, and I don't think the Housewives have as much defensive opportunity that the Royals had last game. You see Baza now getting the air, trying to zone off this person, Horus, from this Gold Fury. And it'll be a retreat from the Housewives as they made an attempt to steal. But this is all Royals right now.
Yeah, that's a good ult. I think a Wukong for a Persephone ult is a win in the favor of Royals, as well as them getting the Gold Fury. So definitely worthwhile.
Have to agree. And we're going to see, what is this, 4 members? And Athena coming up mid as well. It's just going to 5-stack and run it down at this point. Trying to shove the lead down Housewives' throat, not let them react. I like it.
Yeah, Athena's probably going to farm up until they start looking at something else when she'll ult in for the rotate if they actually do show up, I bet. So it's a good call.
Yeah, and see, like, this is the whole problem I have with the Horus doll, right? Now that they're behind, there's not going to be much opportunity for this Horus to make use of his ultimate.
Yeah.
Also 4 levels behind. So it's going to be kind of rough here, only having essentially 4 ults on the side of Housewives for each fight. We do see a Palau drop now. I don't believe any chains connected. No.
Hard to catch a Wukong when he's in his tiger form running from
And
you.
a double freeze and a great wall from Party Time Corgi. That's been the story of this game. Catching people out with these walls and freezes. I Love Cats will pick up the double kill now onto the Assassin and the Warrior. Horus will ult in now, trying to do something. No knockup will be found. Persol will come through. Another great freeze.
Rihanna does take a kill.
The Thoth there, but Princess will pick him up on an unstoppable 7-0 on the Athena. And that's a 3-for-1 trade there. And they still have I Love Cats up.
Yeah, the fact that they still have that ADC looks like they might even be able to end this.
This one
10 seconds until Titan's back up. He won't have ult. That's gonna hurt.
Wow,
Huge freeze and wall back to back. Really well done on the walls. Party time.
Amazing. Does get the beats out of the Hu Yi there. Could look to be detrimental in one of these next engagements that I'm going to assume is going to happen very quickly. We do see Ty now respawning, Nextel respawning. They're going to have to make a great defense here. Baza does get the back off. Sun Wukong. Quick little reset. They are trying to fight this Athena here, it looks like. She will dash away. Still have Cats and Corgi here, though. A1 looking very low. Cats will get credit for that one. Hu Yi trying to do some damage, but just such a low level, really not able to do enough. Achilles ulting out, trying to run away, but there's 4 members here. And Baza is now 7-0. The Daji Palau trying to maybe pull someone under Fountain, but the bees.
Quick ult.
Wow. The Briehés on the Persol will connect with everyone, but Cat still picking someone up. Time will shut down Princess, though. 3-for-1
Then in
trade
return,
so far.
shuts down Tyne.
Oh, Baza, though, picks up Ty now. 4-for-1 trade. Hu Yi all now dropped. Have to maybe save it here. I Love Cats with a double kill, and that'll be all she wrote, folks.
One hell of a team fight to end it.
Wow.
Clean control, though. That game was in Royals' favor the whole time. Unfortunately, they grabbed that steering wheel and didn't let go. We saw some early counter ganks in that left lane. You know, the 2-for-2 trades back and forth. But definitely the change, I think, in mid and solo really helped. And Princess, in that more traditional, or in her more traditional role as the Athena, showed up really well.
Yeah, for sure. Much different look that game than the first. Just all Royals. Just a great showing for them, for a team that's supposed to be at the top of that division. So,
yeah, game 1 obviously looked great for Helix Housewives. I think you're right about the mentals just being a little bit affected after losing that game, because that was definitely all Helix game 1.
can't really blame them. Not
Yeah,
gonna lie,
no.
that's a tough one to lose. So,
But they should still take account that they played amazing. And excited to see these guys go into the tournaments going forward.
yeah, I'd have to agree, Kurbis. And with that, we'll throw it to a break. Be back with the desk to close it out. Thanks.
What a set, everyone. We're going to hop into the desk here. It's Double A and Cowboy once again. But Cowboy, what a great set from the Royals team.
Yeah, shout outs to Housewives. They played a close set game 1. I think a little bit of mentals were crushed game 2. You truly hate to see it, but hey, I'm pretty sure they will get to see more of them in the upcoming tournament. And congrats to Housewives as well.
Yeah, Housewives, like you said, that that first game, that's rough to lose. Coming into the second game definitely hurts the mental a little bit. We did see them come back a little bit at the end there. Their squishies kind of came online. We didn't see the same game that we saw in the first time from Tyne, but we did see some decent defense from Brian Hayes or Bria Hayes and Nighthawk.
Right. No, definitely. They tried, and they, like Curvis has been saying, they've been getting better all season. This team will be a force to be reckoned with. I believe they're going to have a chip on their shoulder coming into the tournament, and I expect to see great things from them. And on to the winners now. Yeah, I mean, this was an outstanding performance, all of them. Princess popped off 7-1-14. I mean, that's a very high KDA game. You got the 8-0-12 Sun Wukong, which, like I say, if you can play Chalk, Wukong's is just as good. Really, the only one that's a little astounding is that the Thoth had only 8K damage. Now, to be fair, he was involved in 15 of the was that about 33 kills. Um, it's pretty good quick maths right there. But he only had 8K damage. Do you feel that was a little low? I mean, like I said, he was involved in the fights, but that's just kind of unusual. Wouldn't you agree, Double A?
Yeah, usually, we're seeing I Love Cats, do his thing. Usually has a pretty high KDA, and Captain Careber's usually at least right behind him, if not ahead of him as well. But I don't think honestly, he didn't really need to do as much either. I mean, Baza, like you said, Baza played great. Party Time Corgi, I guess he can play whatever he wants. I mean, he doesn't need to play an aggressive pick. He played awesome on Ymir. And, of course, I Love Cats, Medusa, great. And then Athena as well, Jungle did. It was great. I mean, like you said, that's probably the best I've seen Princess play. I think that's a great pick for her. And, honestly, if I'm going to play against her, I'm going to ban that for sure.
10 out of 10. But, yeah, that was sure enough. And that's about all I have for this. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I believe Royals are going to be going into the playoffs here on Monday the 4th as the start of playoffs for Jotunheim. I'll throw this to the stream's ending screen. But Royals, I believe are going to be the second seed, so I believe they'll be receiving a bye. Whereas Housewives, I believe, are going to make the playoffs as well as the, I want to say 4th seed, maybe 3rd seed. No, I think they'll be 4th seed. And but yeah, it'll be fun to see them in the playoffs as well. I mean, like you said, they've been getting better and better, and it should be fun to see them kind of clash against these other teams as well. With that, I'll go ahead and wrap up the stream. As always, please check out the Discord. Keep in mind, we also put all the VODs on YouTube, so make sure that you're checking out YouTube as well. That's in, I don't believe there's a link in the Twitch, but on Discord server, there is a link to our Twitter, our YouTube, our podcast, which also make sure to check out as well, especially going into playoffs for Jotunheim. It'll be fun to see what is discussed there. And making sure you're checking out and just getting involved. So all that is on the server, so make sure you're joining that. And as always, a great cast from J2, King Kerbis, and Cowboy. It was really fun. These guys are reliable as all hell, and it's great having them week after week here on stream. They do an awesome job, and we couldn't do without them. So it's awesome to have them here. Thank you, guys. And then thank you always for watching. We wouldn't do this without an audience, so we really appreciate you guys. And we'll go ahead and see you, I believe, next stream should be Wednesday, very earliest. I believe it's going to be a Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday for the stream this week. So we'll catch you guys next week. See ya.